All right, let's get into it. Today, we're taking a journey through one of the most passionate, beautiful, and honestly surprising poems ever written, the Song of Solomon. And trust me, this is way more than just some ancient text. It's a raw, unfiltered look at human love that feels like it could have been written yesterday. So that's the big question, right? What can a poem that's thousands of years old really teach us about love in our world today? Well, as we're about to see, the answer is a whole lot. This poem maps out a journey of desire, connection, and devotion that is just incredibly universal. You know, what's so striking is how it all begins. There's no slow buildup, no backstory. It just explodes right out of the gate with this powerful, direct cry of pure longing. It's immediate, it's intense, and it perfectly sets the tone for everything to come. And that brings us to the very first phase of this love story, which is all about that intense desire and anticipation. This story doesn't start with happily ever after. It starts with the chase. I mean, those first few verses are just electric. She says, "Take me to you, and we will go after you." It immediately sets up this dynamic of powerful mutual attraction. It's not one-sided. They are both drawn to each other like magnets. So how do you even begin to describe feelings that are this big, this overwhelming? Well, these two lovers, they turn to the only thing grand enough to do it justice, the natural world itself. She starts with this really lovely, almost humble description of herself. She sees herself as a part of the landscape, a simple, beautiful flower growing in the valley. It's such a natural, grounded way for her to see her own worth. And his response? Oh, it's just perfect. It tells you everything you need to know about their dynamic. He hears her simple, humble description, and he immediately raises the stakes. He's basically saying, yes, you are a flower, but you are a lily, surrounded by thorns. For him, she isn't just another pretty flower, she is completely unique, standing out from everyone and everything else. And this theme of using nature as a mirror just keeps going. The poem uses the changing of the seasons as this incredible metaphor for their love story moving forward out of a time of waiting and into a time of new life. Let's be clear, this is not a weather report. When he says come away, it's this deeply symbolic invitation to leave the cold, dormant season of the past behind them. Spring arriving with all its sights and sounds, it represents the brand new, vibrant life they're about to start together. But, love stories are never quite that simple, are they? The poem takes a turn here, introducing some real drama and tension. It explores that deep, aching pain of being separated from the one you love. You can just picture this scene. It's nighttime. The search starts in her own bed with that intimate pain of finding him gone. But it doesn't stop there. It spills out into the city streets as she frantically looks for him, even asking the night watchman. You can feel her panic rising, and then that incredible wave of relief when she finally finds him. And look, this part is absolutely crucial. These moments of conflict and separation are what give this story its emotional weight. That anguish she feels, the fear of being alone, it all makes their reunion at the end so much more powerful, so much more meaningful. This powerful reunion then builds to one of the most famous and central metaphors in the entire poem, a beautiful symbol of intimacy, privacy, and their ultimate union. He describes her as a garden walled in, a spring of water stopped. Now, what does that really mean? It's this incredible image of a love that is protected, exclusive, and sacred. It's not for public consumption. It's a private paradise, a holy place that only her beloved is invited to enter. And wow, what a paradise it is. Just listen to the list of sensory details he uses to describe this garden. Pomegranates, henna, saffron, cinnamon, frankincense, myrrh. It's a complete explosion of sights and smells. You can almost smell it through the screen, can't you? It all represents the richness and beauty of their love. So this entire journey, the longing, the search, the reunion, and the garden, it has all been building to this, the poem's breathtaking climax. It's the final, ultimate declaration on what true love really is. It starts with this plea for permanence, a sign, a seal on the heart and on the arm. This isn't just about a fleeting feeling. This is about deep, lasting belonging. She wants to be an indelible mark on his very being. And then we get the line, "Love is strong as death." I mean, just pause and think about that comparison for a second. Love isn't being compared to something soft or gentle. It's being put on the exact same level as the most powerful, unstoppable forces in existence: death and the underworld. This isn't a gentle emotion, it's a fierce, unconquerable fire. And just in case we missed the point, the poem drives it home. This kind of love is inextinguishable. You could throw all the water in the world on it, and the fire would not go out. A flood cannot drown it. It is, simply put, unconquerable. So ultimately, the poem concludes that this kind of love is this singular, priceless force. It literally says that if a man tried to buy love with all the wealth he owned, he'd be laughed at. It cannot be purchased. Its value is beyond any price tag. And that really leaves us with something to think about. If we take this ancient poem seriously, that love isn't just a feeling, but an elemental force as powerful as life and death themselves, how does that change the way we see it, the way we tell stories about it, and maybe even the way we try to live it out in our own lives?